Hey guys, welcome back to the show, W2 Prison Break Nation. Hope everyone's having a great day. I've got a few thoughts that I want to share with you today. Actually, three tips. We're coming up to the end of the year here. It's December 22nd, so it's the holiday season. We're coming up to the end of 2023, and I want to leave you with three things that you can implement into your life right now and makes 2024 just an awesome year. And I want that for you. I want that for all of you. I actually recorded these three tips or these three strategies for my brand new group, my brand new online community, W2 Prison Break Nation. So if you haven't heard anything about that yet, I'm leaving a link in the show notes, W2 Prison Break Nation. It's an online community of like-minded people who want to quit their job in 2024 and become the CEO of their own business. Or if you're a solopreneur and you feel like a W-2 employee in your business, this is definitely the community for you. So check it out. I have a link in the show notes if you want to learn more about W-2 Prison Break Nation. I'm really excited about it. And it's brand new. I've just launched it. So these three strategies I want to give you today will help you in 2024. Okay. The first thing I want you to do, the first strategy, and this is something that I have implemented with my wife for it's probably been about a year since we've been doing this. We both have businesses. We both have busy schedules. We have a son. We have busy lives. We just basically collectively decided, hey, let's get a weekly meeting on the schedule because we have a lot of business ideas. We have stuff that we want to discuss. And sure, we're talking to each other all day long, but we really wanted to have something that was on the calendar, that was blocked out. There's an agenda, right? Which is we're talking about specific things. We're carrying over action items from the following week. We come to prepare to the meeting, and it's done a couple of things. Like now, if you're not married, it's not that you can't do this. You can do this with your partner, right? So do this with your partner. Have a weekly meeting where you're going over a variety of different things, whether it's business ventures or finances, or hey, sometimes we just sit there and talk to each other for 30 minutes. I remember one time I just dumped out all my laundry onto her, and that was very helpful. It was like a therapy session. So get that on your calendar. The result is going to be this, okay, with you and your partner. Number one, you're going to be closer. You're going to have a stronger bond. You're going to be more, the intimacy is going to increase for certain. You're going to learn more about each other. And you are also going to have everything out on the table, right? Like sometimes we avoid having these discussions about finances and about business because we think it's uncomfortable, right? Because talking about money is a topic where that's none of your business, or we don't do that because money's bad. Like, let's get all out on the table. Let's discuss it. Very helpful for me, tremendously helpful in a variety of different ways. I know she gets a lot out of it as well. We're going to continue to do it. Now, sometimes we skip it because we got something going on like Christmas. So, we skip it for that, or a birthday or whatever, but we do it once per week. It's a half an hour. Sometimes it runs a little bit longer. So implement that for 2024. And I'm telling you that you're going to see some really, really good things happen as a result of this. The second tip is we're at the end of 2023. You need to evaluate your year. Okay. We have a habit as human beings of saying, oh, 2023 was such a crappy year. It sucked. 2020 was a terrible year, or, maybe 2021 was an awesome year, right? You just kind of like go over the highlights of the year and you rate it, right? It's bad or it's good. And it's usually tied to, so if you're the person who says 2023 was a terrible year, so I just can't wait for it to be over so that 2024, I can just start anew in 2024. First of all, that mindset is just an awful mindset. And if I'm offending you, I'm apologetic, but you need to hear that. The calendar going to January 1st does not erase the past, or it doesn't erase the way you feel. You're not wiping the slate clean because of the month flips or the year flips from 2023 to 2024. You have to evaluate. If you're saying to yourself, 2023 sucked, first of all, let's evaluate why you think that. Was it because of one or two events that occurred and you're choosing to focus on that? Those two events, those one or two events that happened in maybe September or November. And okay, well, these awful things happened. My whole year sucked. And you refuse to look at the positives that came out of the year. You wouldn't know if you didn't take the time to evaluate the year. Okay. So do what's referred to as an offsite. You don't need a business to do this. You don't need to have a business like I do to be able to step away from your life, your day-to-day life, whether it's you have a business, whether it's I have a friend who does a personal offsite with his family where they all get together and they talk about their goals and they talk about where they want to go and they evaluate what worked for them. So look at 2023. What worked for me? What were my wins? What were my losses? Do a SWOT analysis. Okay. Do this for your own personal life. You don't need a business to do this. You could certainly do this. And if you have a 9-to-5 job, absolutely. And you should, but don't just say, okay, this one thing happened to me or these two things happened to me. And they could be major things. I get it. But don't discount the wins that you had because that's what you want to build off of and say, okay, wow, look at all these great things that I did in 2023. And how can I do more of that? Because that really moved the needle for me. And I made more money or I felt better or I had a better relationship with my family because I was doing these things. How can you carry that over into 2024 and literally, well, not literally, but pour gas on that so that you get more of that. And then look at, okay, well, these things that were losses for me that didn't go in my favor, how am I going to address that? Do I just stop doing those things? Like, how do you have to get it all out there on the table. Offsite. Okay. That is the second tip. Offsite. You have to step away from your busy daily 9-to-5 grind or whatever you want to call it and look at it from a 10,000 foot view instead of being in it. Very important. You should be doing that 4 times a year, 3 to 4 times a year minimum, and then obviously doing a year end as well. And this could take you, if you don't have a business, just take you a half a day, not even. Okay. Just do the exercise and then implement that into that's also going to give you clarity as to what you're doing. Because again, a lot of people are like, well, something happened terrible. I lost a friend, or a relationship went bad, or I lost my job. And it's like, this year sucked. I just can't wait to wipe the slate clean and start anew in 2024. No, you probably won the year. Focus on the stuff that actually went well for you. And there's always stuff that went well for you. It's what we're choosing to focus on. You choose to focus on the negative. That's what you're going to get, and you're going to get more of it. Okay. Look at the wins. The third thing I want you to implement, okay, and this is specifically for right now, but then periodically throughout the year, I want you to be doing this and I'm very guilty of this. I'm a doer. I say it all the time. If I didn't have a family, I would probably be working 24/7. Obviously, I would sleep, but I'm always looking to do something. It's the holidays. I want you to rest. I want you to rest. I want you to recover. I want you to check out. I want you to stop thinking about as best as you can. Because again, this is me. I'm telling you that I have a problem with this. But it's so important for you to take time and be present. Be with the people that mean the most to you, right? Holidays can be stressful for a lot of people because you're around people that maybe you don't know, you're not the best, you're the biggest fan of. I get that. You got to make the most of it. And I say that I get that. Everybody listen, I love you all. There's nobody that stresses me out during the holidays. So I'm just saying for a lot of people, the holiday can be stressful with all the traveling and, not every, you know how it is. Just make the most of it. Take time to recharge. Be present in the moment. Don't talk about politics. That would be my advice to you. If you want to, avoid maybe some of the stress, just leave politics and religion off the table. Maybe that's just my viewpoint in keeping it light and fun. But make sure that you're not thinking about work. It's okay not to think about work. All that stuff is going to be there waiting for you when you come back January 2nd, right? Or whenever you go back to work or whenever you go back to your business. Now, even me in my business, like I don't have a boss. I don't have anybody to answer to. I'm getting everything I need to get done before I get to check out, right? So that everything's on autopilot and I got all my shows uploaded and ready to roll. And I'm making sure that I can take the next week or so and just be with my people, be with my family, rest, recover, recharge. What that does for you when you do that, when you allow yourself the opportunity to rest and recover and recharge, clarity starts to happen. Like when you turn the machine off of hustling and running all day long and doing a million things and nonstop, and you feed off of that energy, if you're like me, that's me. That's how I live. A lot of the times I live that way. It's just like, let's go, 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 right? The times where I've been able to dial that back and just turn it, shut it down and turn it off, that's when all these great ideas come in, where I get ideas for the podcast or businesses that I've wanted to start. Just really great ideas. And that just comes from slowing down and allowing space for all that stuff to come in. Because it's there. It's there. You're usually just distracting it because you're doing all this other stuff nonstop, 24/7, right? So slow down, let it come in. And it will come in if you allow it to. And be with your people. Be present as much as you can. And enjoy yourself. Give yourself credit for the things that you did this year. You have a choice. You always have a decision. You always have a choice. You can choose to focus on the negative. You do, you're going to usually get more of that. Or you can choose to focus on the great things that happened this year. And you did great things this year. All of you did. All of you had wins. You can focus on that. It's easy sometimes to focus on the losses, to beat yourself up, and to maybe play a little bit of the victim role, feel sorry for yourself, and maybe other people will feel sorry for you as well. Celebrate your wins. Hold your trophies up. Y'all have trophies. Hold them up. Show them off. Be proud of that. Okay? Give yourself credit. You're all doing wonderful things. A lot of you listening, you know, and I know you, because I've done it too, you don't give yourself credit for the things that you've done. You choose to focus on things that you haven't done or the things that haven't happened yet. The outcome is not the reason that we get up every day. It shouldn't be the reason that we get up every day. It's the process. It's what you're going through. It's all the things that you're doing on a daily basis, right? Celebrating the wins, doing it when you don't feel like doing it, when you don't want to do it. To me, those are the days where you are developing real grit and longevity in whatever it is that you're trying to do. When you can get up out of bed and be your best regardless of circumstance and do it when you don't feel like doing it, to me, those are the biggest wins that you can have in your life. Because most people are just going to stay in bed. They're not going to do anything. They're not going to try to improve. They're not going to move the needle forward. I love those days. I love it when I'm trying to talk myself out of doing something and I do it anyway. To me, those are the best days. Those are the 10s. Not, oh, I got this house under agreement or I collected money. Those are great. But the 10s are when I didn't want to do it. That's the outcome. That's the result of me getting the real estate deal or me getting the check or me getting a new client or me getting, increasing my downloads of my show by 50%. That's the result and the outcome of me showing up when I did not want to. Okay. And if you can do that, and that happens a lot. There's a lot of times where I just don't feel like doing it. I think we can all relate to that. So if you can find a way to do it when you don't want to, that is when you are going to see results and outcomes. And then it's going to be like, yeah, when you get that outcome, when you get that result, when you finally do, you say to yourself, it's because I was willing to do what others were not. I was my best regardless of the circumstance. I did it even when I did not want to do it. That's what I want for you. That was a major tangent I just went off on, but you guys that listen to the show know that I do that. I hope this episode serves you. Next week, just giving you a heads up for the holiday, for Christmas week, whatever you celebrate, happy holidays, happy new year. I'm going to be repurposing some episodes next week because again, I'm putting my money where my mouth is. So you're going to hear some snippets of episodes that have already been done. I've got some new stuff that is coming out, but I'm not going to be making episodes during the break, right? Because I would be a hypocrite if I just went against what I just told you to do, which was to take the break. I hope that this message serves you. If you think somebody needs to hear it, share it with them. You guys have done a tremendous job of sharing the message, of sharing the show. I'm super grateful for you. This show has really increased in listenership. since I've gone to 5 days a week. And it's not just because I've gone to 5 days a week. Like you guys are listening, you're reviewing, you're rating it, you're reaching out to me, you're sharing it with people. And I thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. And we got a long way to go. We got a long way to go to get to my mission of helping 1 million people. And I want you to join that. And take a look at W2 Prison Break Nation too. Link in the show notes, my brand new online community. We got some awesome people in there. We're doing some great things, like-minded people. And I want you to check it out. Okay. I leave the link in the show notes. Happy holidays. I'll see you on the next one. Make it an awesome day.